Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we did yesterday and where the hell we are today?
Well, yesterday we covered Ezekiel chapter 12.
We sure as fuck did.
And in that chapter, Ezekiel had to pack his bags and...
He had to scamper.
And then he dug a hole in the wall. And
as you do.
And he left Jerusalem as a performance.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really sure how he was in Jerusalem because I thought he was in Babylon.
Oh, he was. And
you got some information about
I have some information, and somebody owes me an apology.
I'm sure I was wrong. I'm always wrong.
Well,
we do an episode where I'm always wrong.
That is true. But 99% of the time I'm wrong, and I'm like adamant.
Yeah.
And this time, like, I literally went back and listened to the timeline that we covered in chapter 1, and Ezekiel was in Babylon. He was taken there during the second wave.
Okay. Yeah.
And we specifically covered that in the timeline in chapter 1.
Okay.
It's like within the first 10 minutes of the episode.
Got it. So you were definitely right then.
Yes, I was definitely right.
I got one more correction to throw out there.
Okay.
You were right one more time.
Oh, was I?
You were right twice yesterday.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Canadians do not drive on the left side of the road. They drive on the right side. I was mistaken. I said in the podcast episode that when I was up there, I was a kid and I wasn't actually driving. But I could have sworn we drove on the left side of the road. But it was probably just me looking at the metric system and getting all kinds of fucked up. So
see, and like I said, I knew in Toronto that they drove on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
So I was like, unless they do it different province, you are wrong.
I was wrong. You were right twice yesterday.
I really am okay with the world exploding right now because I've reached peak wifeism.
All right. So yesterday we read Ezekiel chapter 12.
Yes.
Actually, real quick before we get into that.
Yeah.
So we're on our Discord tonight. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to wait for this episode to do this because I'm really grateful. And it really does mean a lot to us, guys. So I just wanted to say this out loud that we are doing a Patreon drive right now. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to get to a $400 per month level on that Patreon to take care of some things as far as pushing our podcast forward with regard to advertising and different things like that. Mm-hmm. And one of our current patrons and one of our current Discord friends, Brady, upped their donation level by $5. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. We really appreciate you, Brady. You are more than just someone who contributes to our podcast. You are a really great friend, and we love having you around. So we really, really, really appreciate you. And
that's a fact. I mean, even without the support, the fun that you give us in the Discord, like,
you're amazing. You're amazing.
You are like the bee's knees, my man.
Definitely. So that being said, today we are getting into Ezekiel chapter 13.
Yes.
Are you ready to do this?
I am. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, we are back and jumping into Ezekiel chapter 13.
Okay.
Easy, Kyle. Here we go. The word of the Lord came to me.
Did it?
It did.
Okay.
Okay. Me being Ezekiel, and now I'm quoting God.
Okay.
I, Ezekiel, am quoting God. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Son of man, ya mere human, ya worm. As we know from previous chapters, that's what he means.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prophecy against the prophets of Israel who are now prophesying. That's a goddamn
Wow, that's
mouthful.
a lot of propheting and wow.
Prophecy against the prophets who are prophesying.
Okay. So he's going to prophesy the fate of the prophets that are profiting in.
They're profiting from their prophets.
That's a lot of, I can't.
It's not good.
So anyway, there's a prophecy coming.
Say to those who prophesy out of their own imagination, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says.
Okay.
He says, I says.
So again, these prophets are going to have to take the word of Ezekiel that God is speaking through him to them.
Because God can't get on the bullhorn and talk to them his damn self.
Right, even though hypothetically they are also prophets.
Right.
According to them.
According to them, but not according to the Yahweh guy.
Right, who is only speaking through Ezekiel.
Right.
Okay, I'm clarifying, that's all.
Yes,
okay.
You understand the right of it.
Got it.
Okay, so he is telling him to tell him that he said to tell him. Woe to the foolish prophets who follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Your prophets, Israel, are like jackals among ruins. Goddamn jackals.
Yeah.
You have not gone up to the breaches in the wall to repair it for the people of Israel, so that it will stand firm in the battle on the day of the Lord.
As I recall, Ezekiel was actually putting holes in that fucking wall.
That's true. He's
and I was talking
twice.
The last chapter about how the people that saw him doing that would be pissed because they got to go up there and fix the fucking holes that he put in to show them how to leave Jerusalem when they get exiled.
He did it twice. Once in a vision and then once in his
real
little play act thing.
I'm like, dude, stop punching holes in the wall, man.
Yeah. Their visions, God talking to Ezekiel, telling Ezekiel to tell him what he told him to tell him.
Right.
Their visions, those
it's very
false
clear
prophets,
so far.
Yeah. Are false, and their divinations are a lie.
Okay.
So just again to differentiate between visions and divinations, the visions are the
eyeballs on the
false assumption that God is talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the what you're receiving from the Lord, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it's, something that you see or speech or whatever.
Yeah.
And a divination involves tools like, for example, throwing the bones.
Yeah.
Which we
talked about it before also. Like they did that a lot back in the...
and the Purim or something like that.
What do you call it first? And the words?
Deuteronomy.
Yeah,
The Old Testament, the Pentateuch, the Torah.
The Pentateuch. That's what I was trying to... Yeah, back in the Pentateuch, they threw bones all the time, it seemed like.
The law.
They did some divination back then.
Yeah, yeah. It was good when Moses did it, but
apparently.
Now it's evil, false, and bad.
Or actually, what was the guy that was right after Moses? Was that... he flew up to heaven in the
Elijah
chariot.
Or Elijah.
No. Oh, was it?
Those were the dudes that
I was thinking. No, I'm thinking of the guy that who was the one that knocked down the wall of Jericho.
Oh, Joshua.
Joshua, that's what I'm thinking of.
And I only know it because of that song, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho.
They definitely threw bones in Joshua.
They did.
I remember that specifically because they were standing in one of the cities and they did that.
Yeah, yeah. So they did divinations and that was fine.
Yeah.
But we don't do that anymore. And somewhere along the way, it just became, why are you doing that shit?
Right, don't do it.
Never.
Right.
And I'm like, but sometimes.
Well, but there was also, like, they said early on that saying prophecies is either good or heretical.
Yes.
Because if you're wrong, it's heretical.
Yeah.
If you're right, it's a prophecy.
Yeah. It just depends. So you better hope that the winds blow your way, my friend.
Yeah, so I would imagine probably maybe earlier on the same thing would have applied to divination as far as if you're right, then obviously God caused that to happen. If you're wrong, then obviously you're doing a black art of some type or whatever.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And you speak with demons and dead people and shit like that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so God is still talking. So he's like, those bitches lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though the Lord has not sent them, they say, the Lord declares, and expect him to fulfill their words. So he's like, they put words in my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay? Have you not seen false visions and uttered lying divinations when you say, the Lord declares, though I've not fucking spoken? So he's like, y'all be going around behind my back saying shit about me.
Right, yeah.
Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Okay. This is what he says to Ezekiel that he wants him to say.
So this is where he's prophesying to the prophets who profited?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because of your false words and lying visions, I am against you, declares the sovereign Lord.
Okay.
And I think that he told them, and you got to sing it just like that.
Is that what he...
I am against you.
Yeah, right.
My hand will be against the prophets who see false visions and utter lying divinations. Lying liars.
Okay.
And the lies who tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, lying liars and wait,
I don't remember.
It's Franken. What's his name?
Al Franken.
He wrote a book. And
Lies and the lying liars who tell them.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah.
Lies and the lying liars who tell them.
Right,
yeah. I love that title.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. They will not belong to the council of my people or be listed in the records of Israel. Oh, that's big business.
Because when we covered that before, when they don't list in the records, that basically means they're erasing all
their history.
And
that whole family.
Yeah, like your whole line of family.
Yeah.
It's not just that they're not going to list your name, but like your entire familial name.
Yeah, your progeny is like gone from the culture. Like,
yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, you're cut off.
Right.
I mean, that's basically fancy words for saying bitch bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nor will they enter the land of Israel. Oh, womp womp. No promised land for you.
Wait. Aren't they already in Israel?
No, now he's talking to them. They're back at the... Okay, so remember in the last chapter, the vision ended and then he went dropped off back at the river.
Oh, so like he's talking to the elders that are sitting there in his house that were prophets.
Exactly, the elders.
Oh, okay.
And that was like 3 or 4 chapters ago that Ezekiel started to have this vision while these elders were visiting his house. And we were like, God damn, you have a house up in Babylon?
Well, it's been a lot of back and forth. I can't keep track of whether he's in Jerusalem or if he's in Babylon because the timelines and the way it's happening hasn't been real clear.
Yeah.
And it's been a little scattered as to how they cover it. So.
Yeah, and without notes, we would be so lost.
Right.
Because not only were we like, oh, you got a house up there in Babylon? That's cool. Yeah. Nice for you. Whatever.
Right.
Doesn't really sound like refugee status or whatever. Like, you sound like you're okay, I guess. And then not only that, but you have visitors. Okay. And then the visitors were the fucking elders, which you made it sound so casual, like, oh, I guess they just come by.
Yeah.
Right. And apparently according to what we read back in that chapter, yes, the elders did come by regularly, probably to hear, hey, what's the haps with that God guy?
Yeah.
So,
right.
So he's talking to them now and he's like, ooh, y'all been saying some shit. Just FYI, God's telling me to tell you that he gonna get you.
Yeah.
Which is what he's been saying, like, this entire book. He gonna get you.
Yeah. Okay.
That's basically the Bible in a nutshell so far is he gonna get you.
I just imagine this message wasn't received well by them.
Right.
Like they all came to his house and they're all sitting there and he's telling them, hey,
I know.
God says you guys are fucked.
Yeah.
And then there's like, that tracks.
And then,
is that what happened?
Like, and then he's like, and I have to go to bed now, so please leave. Good night. Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, please don't kill me.
Yeah.
Then you will know that I am the sovereign Lord.
Okay.
Because, he always got to add that.
Yeah, sure.
Because they lead my people astray, saying peace when there is no peace. And because when a flimsy wall is built, they cover it with whitewash. Therefore, tell those jackholes who cover it with whitewash that it is going to fall. He didn't really call them jackholes, but it sounded like a fun thing to say.
Pretty much anytime you interject a cuss word into the Bible, it's not,
I know.
actually there.
I've
gathered that over the years that we've been doing this, that you do that. So.
I do, but I also am trying to just put it out there for new listeners.
Yeah, sure.
That I sometimes add random words.
You do.
Rain will come in torrents, and I will send hailstones hurtling down, and violent winds will burst forth. That literally happened to us last week.
Did it? I don't even remember that.
Okay, well, was it a few weeks ago then?
Maybe.
Whenever we had that hail and the strong winds and whatever?
Yeah. But recently-ish, I guess.
Yeah. I said last week, but it was probably like last month.
Right.
What is time?
Yeah.
When the wall collapses, will people not ask you, where's the whitewash you covered it with?
Will they ask that? I would think that would not be the first thing I would ask as to where the whitewash is.
Where did it go?
The fucking wall just collapsed. I'm not asking about the whitewash. Why would I ask about the whitewash?
But my paint job. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says.
Okay.
This is what he says.
Okay. Yeah.
In my wrath, I will unleash a violent wind, and in my anger, hailstones and torrents of rain will fall with destructive fury. So he's like, remember just then when I said I was going to bring a storm? So now tell him I'm going to bring a storm.
I find it interesting, unless this is just like symbolism for Babylon invading, but this is a natural disaster. This is not God using Babylon as a tool to destroy Jerusalem.
Now, see, I actually read in the notes, and I didn't think to jot it down because it didn't seem important or relevant.
Okay.
But now that you say that, apologists are saying that, the storm is symbolic for the Babylonian conquering thing.
I'm going to push back a little bit because in Ezekiel specifically versus other prophets that we've read so far, Ezekiel is very vague as to how these prophecies are going to transpire.
Yeah.
And they often involve not saying exactly how it's going to happen.
Right.
Right. So like he leaves it open. There is some type of thing that's going to happen.
Right.
That's going to destroy the walls and or the people and what have you.
And it might be like a storm. It might be a storm. It might resemble a storm.
Right.
It could be a storming of bad guys that get us.
But it just strikes me that why are some prophets able to prophesize directly about what's going to happen, and some have to be very vague and use a lot of symbolism? Like why are there two different types of messages that God is sending to these people? Because Jeremiah was in the same basic time frame as what Ezekiel is.
Okay, so I can answer that if we're going with the obviously God doesn't exist, right?
Sure. Okay.
So if we're going with that, here's why. Because Jeremiah was very specific, right? But he was not part of he was not a prisoner in Babylon. He was a double agent on the free mostly.
I mean, that's the idea that we came up with. Yeah. Sure.
So he knew what was happening in both places because he had family in high places in Jerusalem, and also he was in direct words with Babylon.
So if we're to take if we're to give them the benefit of the doubt, right, we could say that Jeremiah was just a double agent, right?
And he could read the winds easier.
And he could, because he's in Jerusalem and he could see what's happening. And then Ezekiel...
So he was able to be more specific.
Right. But then Ezekiel is in Babylon prophesizing what's going to happen in Jerusalem.
And he's only got that part of the story.
Right. But again, it is God telling him to say these words that are going to happen. And hypothetically, according to the Bible, the same thing was happening to Jeremiah. So, I mean, it's still the word of God prophesizing these things through the prophets. And so that's where it gets a little, harrowing as with, I was muddled with regard to the message.
I was giving the actual real answer, and you were asking like, why can't God deliver better messages? And I was like, because God isn't.
Right. I'm saying in canon, obviously.
Canon, right.
We obviously don't believe that God exists. So, but we're trying to give this the sense that we're trying to
if
sometimes
we take it at its word.
If we take it at its word, how does that work?
Right.
Okay.
And in essence, it doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Yeah.
All right. So God is still yakking.
Okay.
I will tear down the wall you have covered with whitewash, and I will level it to the ground so that its foundation will be laid bare.
Okay.
When it falls, you will be destroyed in it, and you will know that I am the Lord.
Such a friendly bit of a
He's so sweet.
terror that's going to happen there.
He's so sweet when he kills his own people.
Right.
Aw.
Yeah.
So I will pour out my wrath against the wall and against those who covered it with whitewash, because murder is fun and I love it. I love killing people. Fear the Lord.
It does seem to have to happen quite a bit.
He always says, fear the Lord. Never not be afraid.
Never not be afraid. Yeah. Yeah.
I will say to you, the wall is gone, and so are those who whitewashed it, those prophets of Israel who prophesied to Jerusalem and saw visions of peace for her when there was no peace,
How dare they see peace?
declares the sovereign Lord.
It's the. I mean, obviously, he's saying it's a false message, so they don't like false messages in the Bible. So
Right. I'm like, why you gotta be so murdery? You could prove your point and get so much more love and fear for you
yeah.
if you weren't such a dick.
Well, and if you presented yourself outside of, like, again, we've talked about this multiple times, but like if you presented yourself outside of prophets who are a bit unreliable,
Right.
maybe people would be more inclined to believe that you exist and actually fear you, right?
Why do you keep picking weirdos as your reps?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really odd. We've found many faults with the three prophets that we've read about thus far. Well, the three prophets that we've read about post the time of Moses and everything. So yeah.
It's almost like God doesn't have a good plan.
Well,
in canon.
yeah, it does seem a bit like that sometimes. Yeah.
It's almost like God can't tell the future and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. and you know, he has changed over time. We've
Definitely
seen that.
Definitely.
So it's almost like when people say that God is steadfast, that he's not.
Right.
And also that, like, he changes his mind a lot and relents and repents. And, you know, it's almost like maybe God, if God is real in the Bible, it's almost like the people that wrote that shit down wrote it wrong.
Yeah. That could be. I mean, there's definitely going to be some human error when humans write it. So,
or if they were like led to write it magically by God in canon, it's almost like God is a braggadocio and was like, "Hey, put this in there. Put how I got a big D. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, make sure they all know."
Yeah.
Okay. I'm continuing now. He's still going on and on.
Okay.
Now, son of man,
You mere human.
you worm,
Yeah.
set your face against the daughters of your people who prophesy out of their own imagination. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he's going after the women's now.
Oh, well, because that tracks.
Yeah, the
Why
prophet.
not? Yeah.
The prophetesses.
Well, I mean, he is angry at them because they always have those Asherah poles around and stuff. So,
yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah, but he's not going after like just women in general. He's going after specifically the prophets that are women.
That's interesting to me, actually, because I don't know that I've actually specifically heard that there are women prophets thus far in the Bible at all. Prior
to this, we heard of a witch, the witch of Endor.
Sure.
We've heard of enchantresses.
Right. There was also Moses' sister, which she was kind of important. And
wasn't her name Muriel or Miriam?
That sounds about right. And then God made her not be able to speak ever again.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Because he's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there were women. We just don't give a shit about them as usual.
Generally, yeah.
So anyway, prophecy against those bitches and say, this is what the sovereign Lord says. You know, tell him I says, woe to the women who sew magic charms on all their wrists and make veils of various lengths for their heads in order to ensnare people. Those witches.
Probably because they're dripping with honey and stuff. Remember?
Oh yeah. Those honey licking.
They're
they got the honey covered lips.
They're ensnaring them with their sexual wiles and
they're honey covered lips, right? Yeah. Oh, they nasty.
They're gonna make you walk that crooked path.
Will you ensnare the lives of my people but preserve your own? I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is what I will do. Yes.
Sure.
You have profaned me among my people for a few handfuls of barley and scraps of bread. Ooh, he's like, you sold your soul for such a low price.
Right, but he's not even talking directly to them.
Right.
Like, he literally has not said these words to them.
Right.
So he's saying this through Ezekiel again.
He's like,
Maybe,
Ezekiel, go tell them that they should have charged higher prices. By lying to my people who listen to lies, you have killed those who should not have died and have spared those who should not live.
Okay.
I don't really
how
see that.
have they spared who should? I mean, like, it's not up to them to make those decisions, right?
Well, okay, what he's saying is you led them astray, and therefore these people, obviously these men can't be helped. They would have been fine.
They've had that theme has run through the Old Testament quite a bit, and I do not like that at all.
The men are fine. It's the women leading them astray. Men are just mere monkeys.
Yeah.
They cannot help themselves. And therefore, as I always say, I will agree with you. If men are monkeys and cannot control themselves and can't help it, they should not be in power or have driver's licenses or be allowed to vote because they're just monkeys. They can't help it.
Right.
Those poor...
I'm inclined to agree with you generally.
They just can't help it.
Yeah.
They see a woman and they go, and they got to go get it and hit it.
I'm very proud of the fact that I'm able to think on my own and come to my own conclusions and create my own actions based on my own morals.
It's almost like you're not a monkey and that you can help it.
I endeavor to be, just me.
Right.
And I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
So thus far.
But throughout the Bible,
if it changes, I'll let you know.
This whole book is just like an apologist for men being rapey, nasty fucks.
It does seem that way sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So this again is those men would have been walking the straight path had these damn bitches not led them astray.
Right.
And I'm like, maybe they were already astray and that's how they found the witches.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah.
You don't just like walk down the street and trip over a witch like, oh, hey, while you're down there, can you throw me a spell?
They know that they got to walk down, that dark alley to find them. So they chose to walk down that dark alley first.
They knew where they were going. Yeah. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says.
Okay.
Tell him what I says.
Yeah.
I am against your magic charms with which you ensnare people like birds, and I will tear them from your arms. So you led them astray, you damn bitch, so I'm going to kill them.
Yeah.
And it's your fault. Not me, the murderer. It's your fault.
Yeah.
And not their fault because they were tricked, but I'm still going to kill them anyway.
Why are you making me kill the people that you led astray and you? Because what?
Woman.
What? Maybe you just don't kill them.
Right? Like, hold on. Let's untangle this. Don't murder.
Right. And
it's like one of your commandments.
You literally have told us, God, in the Bible, in canon, has told us that he has the ability to change people's hearts. Change their fucking hearts.
Yeah.
Don't kill them.
Yeah.
Send them a message. Show them that you're powerful. Show them something.
Let's be problem solvers.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I will set free the people that you ensnare like birds. Why we got to be ensnaring birds all the time?
I don't know.
I will tear off your veils and save my people from your hands, and they will no longer fall prey to your power. Oh, so they got power. That's cool.
He said that. Yeah,
wow.
Right?
He's granting them power. That's kind of cool.
They probably were influenced by Lilith or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lilith, the ultimate she-male.
Yeah.
She got it.
Right.
Then you will know that I am the Lord.
Will we?
Will you know that?
I
said it
only because Ezekiel told us, but
100 times.
Not
per
because
chapter.
you told us.
Right.
Okay.
Because you disheartened the righteous with your lies when I had brought them no grief, and because you encouraged the wicked not to turn from their evil ways and so save their lives, therefore you will no longer see false visions or practice divination.
Okay.
Hold on.
Wait, so they were seeing visions?
I was seeing visions. Therefore, in my mind, like if I'm seeing visions, I'm thinking surely they come from God, right?
Well, but God was saying he's going to stop them from seeing visions, right? So he was allowing it before by that line of thought, right?
Yeah.
Why was God allowing them to see false visions?
Right.
And now he's going to stop them from seeing those visions.
And he's punishing them and the people that were led astray by them. And those women, if they were really seeing visions, probably really thought that they were seeing God's vision.
Well, yeah, if you see a fucking vision and you live in a time when apparently God is all around or something, like,
and there's prophets running amok.
There's prophets everywhere. You're going to think that vision you saw was from God. And if God has the ability to end you seeing those visions, it only makes sense that God allowed you to see those visions in the first place.
Otherwise, he would have stopped it before.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's essentially allowing the thing to happen from these people, and then he's going to kill people for having these things happen to them.
Right. That they can't help. Because, see, I thought that he was saying you're liars and you lie and you made that shit up.
Right.
But what he's just saying is you were having some visions, but that shit didn't come from me, and I'm going to stop that.
Right.
And it's like, hang on. I'm not okay with this, sir.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's just a bad
that's the
scenario
whole
there.
thing is not good.
I don't like that. I'm not down with that.
No. So he is going to stop them from seeing false visions or practicing divination. And I'm like, what, you going to break my fingers? I could throw a goddamn bone. What? I will save my people from your hands, and then you will know
that your name is the Lord.
I'm the Lord.
He's the Lord.
I'm the Lord.
Yep.
The end.
Because he stopped it. The thing that he let happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, good job, you.
Good. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So let me ask you this. Was it demons? Was it other gods? Was it like, where did those visions come from?
I don't know. Sometimes they do lend power to demons in the Bible and say that those things are caused by these outside influences or whatever.
I mean, we just literally read about that in our book club on Sunday.
Right. But he's claiming the ability to stop it, which means that he, at some level, allowed those things out, whether it was him or a demon.
Right.
He was aware that they were happening. He allowed them to happen. Right. Essentially.
Right. What if it was other gods? Like those little minor gods? Those other deities from other
The ones that sometimes exist and sometimes don't?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just feel like these women got a bum rap.
I just don't know how when you have one person telling you the correct message versus like 100 other people telling you wrong messages, right?
And they're all different.
But he's talking about the peaceful message, right? So it corresponds with peace.
Yeah.
They're telling you a message that corresponds with each other.
Yeah.
And there's one person saying something counter.
Yeah. And he's acting weird and digging holes in walls.
And seeing fucking eyeballs on wheelchairs with fucking angels with 4 heads and
boxes and
like
Sphinx
that doesn't
face.
sound like the most fucking reliable source to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the ones preaching peace, honestly.
Sounds better to me.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus did.
Right.
I mean, I'm not there yet. So
we're not
spoilers.
there yet. We don't know for sure.
Right. I've heard that
that's the word on the street.
The things that I've heard about Jesus is that he's all like into peace and stuff. But I don't know. I've also been told that he's too woke.
Got it.
So,
okay. Well, I guess we'll have to see when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, the way people think of Jesus has changed dramatically just over the last 10 years. And even prior to that, over the last several hundred years.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's been a constant change over thousands of years.
Right.
But specifically in our lifetime.
Yeah.
It has definitely changed in our lifetime.
Dramatically.
As to what
fearfully
that is.
Yeah.
So.
Before, like, Jesus was just kind of weird to me. Like, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And over the last 10 years, I am actually, like, scared of having a Jesus conversation with people because they literally don't like their own guy.
Sometimes.
And they want to shove his boot up your ass or something.
Right.
And they think that Jesus was not for peace and love and that he was actually for war.
Again, it depends on what denomination you're talking about. But I mean, oftentimes when you're talking about like the
white nationalist, Republican nutheads.
Oftentimes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to go over tonight? Or?
No, I'm just ranting at this point.
Yeah. All right. So that was Ezekiel chapter 13.
Indeed it was.
Which means that we will be back tomorrow with
Ezekiel chapter 14.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.